blame YouTube, we'll blame the billion-dollar corporation for that one. But we are back. On the plus side, it's only a 3-point game, so you haven't missed a huge amount. 8-5 in favour of the visiting CoLA Southwark Pride team.
Yeah, no, it's probably not yet.
With 6 points coming from Emily O'Connell, 2 of 2 from the 3-point line. Had a little bit of a stoppage. It looked like Ozzy Mamodu had a little bit of a... Well, it looked like she might have been winded, Ollie.
Looked like she was winded a little bit. She looks like she's fine now.
Yeah, back up on her feet. She's a hell of a talent, by the way.
She's very scary to
play,
Jack. She's very...
7th and 8th points from CoLA coming from her.
She's very strong. She's very tall. She's got a very long wingspan. I'm sure that Coach Drain has looked at her down in the post and realised that she's going to be a big threat today.
She's got huge potential. Probably, you know, we had a few of those ourselves last year. In particular, obviously Esther. Izzy's in that class. That level of potential.
Izzy's 100% in that class.
That's kind of the physical gifts of the speed, the size, the skill as well.
Exactly.
It's really, really impressive. She's on the bench at the moment. That's Serena Goods who advances the ball for Richmond. Commentator Willis collects it. This is the elbow set. Serena Goods it. Working on the baseline, drives inside, she's fouled by Amodi. That will be end line Ipswich ball. They hope to inbound this one within the 5 seconds. As Izzy comes back into the game, she's obviously recovered from the effects of that little bump earlier, which is good to see. Also drives to the paint, chucks it up. It's not going to go, but a great rebound. By Yasin Belenbai.
She's done a great job there, Jack. She's got the offensive rebound, she's forced the foul, and now she's at the line for 2 shots.
Yeah. It's just looking to bring the game back into 1 point. With 4 minutes and 12 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Unfortunately, can't see the scoreboard on our cameras, but we'll do our best to keep you updated with the ball as it goes through the game. So I'll inbounds the ball to O'Connell. And Emily Black in the game as well. This is to Austin Memorial. Short pull-up jumper, but that's not going to go.
Bit too short.
Defensive rebound. Looks ahead to Ava Batiste. She'll find Belenbai to Commentator Willis. And that is off right. Defensive rebound by Timmy Pearson. On the wing. Modi. Timmy Pearson. Lines at the 3, but that's not going to go either. Taylor Willis does an excellent job on the defensive rebounds. As Christabel wants a robot. Looks like he's going to check into the game. The academy player, first year academy player. Will be the first one off the bench for Ipswich. Black 5. He's to walk on. 3 already. That one's off. It's an offensive rebound. Crowded in the paint. It falls loose. And Black. Timmy Pearson. And that one's off by for Emily Black. One thing sees Olivia Force to go to the bench. It's going a little bit bigger now. Taylor Willis drives right, gets in the lane, shuts it up, but it's not going to go. No one crashing on the offensive glass, and no one getting back. Block from Serena Goods. And then she draws the foul on Ossie Memodi as well. which is her second foul. If that was called on Oshimomori, that's a big
I
second
think it
foul.
was. That's 4 very quick fouls in this quarter. She's got 2, and there's 2 more from the team as well. But like I said, that's 2 very quick fouls. I'm sure that Jackson would have won James that.
Obviously stepped over the half-court line there for a second, but referee didn't see it. Good dishes to Taylor Willis, goes to drive inside. Good defense for Black, finds Matisse. Quick trigger, and that's in and out. Yeah, I mean, if you're not going to crack the offensive rebounds, you've got to make sure you get back to the transition. It's just denied. Anderson dishes. And that 3 is offline from Eberika. But Oshimomori got offensive rebound.
It's a great rebound.
Just reach, just pure reach. Pure wingspan. Doing a good set. Picks up a dribble. Finds by. Backdoor cut from Matisse. He thinks he's fouled by Black, but not for 4. 3-on-2 on the break for the funnel. That's 2 easy points. Now 12-6 in favour of the visitors. Ipswich needs to get some stops on defence and some easy points, and that will draw a foul from full defence. I think that's going to be called on the floor, although
That's going to put it to the line.
they're in team fouls, so Cameron Taylor Willis will be going to the free throw line. 12-6 in favour of the visiting side. With 1 minute 16 seconds to go in the quarter. I can't see that without standing up, which is a bit inconvenient, but Taylor Willis makes the first. And the second. There's the shot clock, 5 seconds left. That's going to be a long two from O'Connell. And that is going to be a shot clock violation. Good defense there from the three.
Yeah, it's great defense. They caused the miscommunication, and obviously they weren't able to reverse it in time to get shot.
Saruna Gunza advances up this beautiful turf floor. Hardwood that we've got here at the Coventry Centre. Turf floor, of course, one of the key sponsors of Ipswich Basketball Club. And boom goes the dynamite. Saruna Gunza.
Great work from Yassi. She drawed her defender and made sure there's nobody behind her for really lead the three.
And that's the first three from this quarter. That's 5 quick points for that response, making it a 1-point game from 12 to 11. And Anderson lines up the three, that one's off as well. Off the robo, one person fast break. She goes coast to coast, but Anderson trying to draw the charge there. Does enough to put off. And there's a call on Balambai from Emily Black, who will go to the free throw line. Didn't make the play though, didn't make the basket, so she'll just be shooting 2 at the line. 12 to 11, a 1-point game as we approach the end of this first quarter. It is a beautiful floor that we've got here in the Coventry Centre. Every time I come here, I feel like I'm walking on a cloud. If you're interested in getting Jerfloor sports flooring, visit the website jerfloorsportsflooring.co.uk. Scientifically proven to increase your vertical jump by 12 inches. So we talked at the top, Ollie, in the part of the live stream that probably didn't actually get heard by anyone, we talked about our Turner's Hyundai keys to the game. The 3 ball, we've seen 1 from Serena Goodsir, we've seen 2 from O'Connell on the CoLA side. Defensive rebounding and avoiding foul trouble. Now, it's interesting that the foul trouble has kind of worked in the other way. Actually, it's CoLA who seem to be in a little bit more bother with the fouls, with Izzy Momodu with 2 fouls early on in the first quarter. In terms of defensive rebounding from the Ipswich side, how do you think that's going so far?
Well, I think obviously we can see that Commentator Willis, she's a presence under the basket, she's getting quite a few rebounds there. We've obviously got Yasin as well, she's under there, she's been a presence, she's been a nuisance as well. And obviously Jackson Gibbons is going to be looking at that and trying to think of how can we get more offensive rebounds to counter that.
Right, Osman Momodu had 2 and scored from both, and so the danger's clearly there. But of course we know it's a 40-minute game, so a lot more work to be done. With the score being 14-11. Ipswich lining up with Bell and By, Serena Goodsir, Liv Forster, Christabel Osorobo and Cameron Taylor-Willis, Captain Cam. Ollie, there's actually quite a lot of parallels between what we've seen Ipswich do over the last several years and what CoLA are doing this year. That kind of better basket, 2 points in the basket, good position. That young, homegrown team, full of academy players.
Exactly. You need to look at the 2 breeder programs at these. It's kind of like on Sav with CoLA Southern Pride and with the Ipswich Basket Academy based here at Conference Centre. You need to look at who they're bringing in, who they're developing. Especially young talents like Cameron Taylor-Willis, she's been in Southwark all her life, and obviously she's come up under Nick Drain as well, so you need to look at what these guys are producing.
It's the blueprint, isn't it? Yeah.
Very good, there's 2 very established coaches, and obviously great things for sport here in this country.
And that is a foul on Emily Black. Osorobo with the attempt from 2, but Coach Gibbons not happy with that call. Of course, I mean, you wouldn't expect him to be. Taylor-Willis, runs to Osorobo, back to Taylor-Willis, drives to the middle, switches towards the baseline, picks up a dribble, needs a bit of help, and that's picked up by Emily O'Connell, who will drive and score 2 points. She's had a strong start.
Yeah, very strong start. She's come out guns blazing. I think she's 2 and 4 from the 3. She's obviously here for a good game today.
Doing a good job, getting to the inside, Osorobo drives baseline, pulls 2. That's not quite there. O'Connell looks to be quick as well. Little ball resistance on that transition from Ipswich. Doing a good position ball here from Tees. Picking up the apple juice there, or something iron vitamins, get her through the stage. Back on the baseline. Oh, contact, no fall. Anderson with the 3. And she's fouled on that. Potentially a bit of a make-up there, because I thought the first foul was on the drive.
It definitely sounded like it could have been a foul there. I think what the refs saw is they saw both Yasin and Cameron both with hands up, and I think they just decided that it was a 50-50, and we had to look at...
Maybe they didn't hear what we heard, because it sounded like he slapped an arm there.
We had to look at how it is. She got the offensive rebound anyway, so we had to pick it out to the team.
And Isabel Anderson, 1 of 3 from the line. 2 more opportunities to make that offensive rebound. Talked about earlier. Sometimes the ball don't lie.
Sometimes the ball don't lie.
Although I do think that was a foul. And another offensive rebound. So Anderson looks inside. From Taylor Willis, but the offensive rebound from the morning, and she goes straight back up. That's about 4 possessions in a row for CoLA there. Ipswich has been penalised.
And that's also that hustle, Jack. They've seen that they haven't got the ball going their way, but they decided we'll keep playing on and we'll get the 2 points in the play.
Forster, puts dynamite with a bit of help from the glass there. Probably not how she imagined that one going in, but the counter's in. 16-19 in favour of CoLA.
Foul called maybe up Batista, that's their second.
Bit overzealous there on the trap. And 2 seconds left on the clock, and with CoLA having the ball on the baseline, Coach Gibbons is going to draw something up, try and get a good look in the last 2 seconds of this possession. (16-19) this score, midway through the second quarter. It's been a close contest. I don't think either team's really got fully in the swing of things yet, certainly not offensively.
No, nothing's really got going. I mean, obviously Emily O'Connell for CoLA, she's hit a couple of threes, she's been strong. We've also had a couple of threes from the likes of Luke Forster. Ava Batista's got a few up as well. But I'm sure both coaches, they're in these timeouts now and they're thinking, what can we do? How can we improve? And what can we do to change the dynamic of the game in our favour?
2 seconds left on the shot clock. Let's see what Coach Gibbons can draw up. Live stats proving absolutely no help to us in our role as commentators today, saying that we're still at the end of the first quarter. But at the end of the first quarter, Commentator wins 5 points and 5 rebounds. Going to show the work he's doing on the defensive board. CoLA got an open look there, but defensive rebound has led into a transition. With Forster, 1-point game.
That's a great play from Christabel. She got the rebound, she lifted up, she comes dribble, hit lift straight away and transition. Brilliant play.
Good look from Modi there, it's not going to go. And Izzy Ozzy Mamodi who's come back into the game. That's 3 fouls on Mamodi. So she will go to the bench presumably for the rest of this half. That's 3 fouls on Mamodi, 2 fouls on Ozzy Mamodi. That could be significant later on in the game. Ipswich will care. They're forced to drive baseline, gives the ball to Christabel, who finds Taylor Willis under a lot of pressure there. Nice screen. And a good cut from Bellenby. That's not going to go though. Defensive rebound by Sawyer. Finds Anderson. In the corner. But that's not going to go. And nice look. Line instead. Nice footwork. And that brings offline as well, but it just seems like that rebound's finding its way to the CoLA hands so far. They just need to do a better job of... It's not necessarily secure in position. I think it's just that nose for the ball, isn't it? That little bit of hustle, that extra percent.
Yeah, it just seems like CoLA want it more at the moment. Mr. Commentator Willis got the ball to get fouled.
Taylor Willis drawing the foul there. Interesting to see how that gets called upon. The referee's having a discussion about that. That is the first foul, so it's not on Izzy. I think that might have been called on.
I didn't see who it was on, sorry, Jack.
It wasn't on Izzy, it was on the first foul. Let him by, finds the ball on the page. Finds Taylor Willis, slides in the three. Not going to go. And that's going to be a ball. Really quite hold on to that one. Good hustle from Ruben trying to get the offensive rebound. Specials the call. Liz Forster will inbound it to Ava Matisse. Matisse chucks up the wrong two. That one's not going to go either. Matisse hasn't really got going so far. Good hustle from October, but he gives up the foul there. 19 to 18, the scoring's really slowed down for CoLA, struggling to get a basket at the moment. Ipswich, despite that, still 1 point behind. Just over 5 minutes to go in the first half. Kenny Pearson looks inside to O'Connell, flips up the floater in the lane.
That's a nice look.
They get quite a lot of looks just on those cuts to the paint.
She recognised that she was alone by herself in the half post. She realised that she could just quick little dump off and quick score as well.
And dynamite. Ava Matisse, just after we say yes to the throw, buries the throw.
She obviously heard what we said, Jack.
Yeah,
prove us wrong.
I said it more, basically.
Right hustle again by Ava Matisse.
Forster goes behind the back, throws the foul, and one. We'll see you in the WNBL top players of the week. Liv Forster, magic in the transition there, going behind the back to elude the defender, drawing the contact and making the tough finish a chance of a 3-point play. Switch up 2, looking to go up 3. Down. That one's long. And quick rebound from October, but it's not good. That three's offline as well. CoLA shooting a lot of threes, but I think those two O'Connell threes early on haven't made one. Taylor Willis gets the ball goal.
O'Connell straight back at it, unfortunately didn't get away there.
By is able to steal it back. Ava Matisse pulls up from 3. That one's long, but Australia fighting for the rebound, but it's brought down by Kenny Pearson, and CoLA will control possession. Not sure who won because the referee was in the way, but
Commentator Willis.
That was on Commentator Willis. Timeout Ipswich. That's Coach Brain. Looks to maintain the momentum that his Ipswich side has given him. Short rotation so far,
yeah, very short rotation.
He's well off the bench.
He's obviously staying with people that he can trust at the moment. He obviously wants to push the ball and hopefully try to get a lead out. So he's going to keep going with those people. And trust him that they can make some baskets. (24-21). Coach giving us a chant over the ref there. Obviously not happy with a few decisions.
The game's legit, bit of getting ahead, bit of mind games. Yeah. Coaching 101, isn't it, Ollie? You never know what you might influence. Not to suggest that our referees today aren't mentally fortitude. You don't have the mental fortitude to. But Coach obviously not happy with a few of the foul calls against his team. I'm yet to really be in a basketball game where the coach is happy with the referee's call. Tough job. I've been impressed with Christabel so far, off the bench. Coming in, providing a little bit of extra length, especially important in those rebounding situations.
Yeah, she's very strong.
A lot of hustle and doing a few of the little things, grabbing those off, tipping defensive rebounds, grabbing offensive rebounds, setting little back screens on drives to the basket. As Emily Black hits the first free throw. Misses the second, but another offensive rebound from a free throw. Another great switch, they turn it over. CoLA, that is. And so Ipswich will take a 2-point lead into the final minutes of this first half. Just over 3 minutes to go in this first half. That's been a slow 2 minutes. A lot of foul calls, a lot of trips to the free throw line and a timeout. So that was a long 2 minutes. Drives baseline, looks up off the backboard, selling by, grabs the rebound, strong showing from the Aston Bella by so far.
She's got the big defensive rebound down one end, come down the other guard, and the offensive rebound, and they've got the 2 points.
O'Connell, nice pass. Looked like she was driving the trouble up. Foul call there. And it's really good. It looked like she was coming back in, but isn't. Two fouls on the afternoon there. Wanting to make sure she won't pick up the ball. As we approach the end of this quarter, that free throw didn't touch a single bit of rim, did it? That was perfect. So satisfying to watch. Look at the arc on that. That is a thing of beauty. Straight out of the textbook. As was that pass. Go up! Go up! Ben Simmons in the playoff vibes. She's been exceptional so far, but she was right in the basket.
Yeah, that's unlucky from Yaz. She did a great job running the floor. She got an easy look inside. Unfortunately, the unsportsmanlike option, but
I don't think she realised where she was. I don't think it was Ben Simmons. I don't think she was scared at the moment. I think she just didn't quite realise who was around there. It's just a little bit lax with the passing there. A few too many of those kind of cross-court overhead passes. Fantastic on it.
Do you know what, Jack? It's not fantastic.
Kenny right now. That one's not good to either. Corner have gone gold from 3 and it's really showing.
Yeah, it's been a lot of shots to do for them. It's not falling for them. Probably a missed call for the referees there.
Keep a little bit of trouble. There's a foul. That one will be on Taylor. No, that one will be on.
I believe it's on
Christabel,
Christabel.
I think, yeah. So it's really good, so we'll come back. That's 3 on Christabel. Some good minutes from the young academy player. Really developed well so far this year.
Yeah, she's done a great job this year. She's new to the team, and she's obviously fitting in really nicely.
O'Connell at the line, looking to tie the game. 46. And she does. 26-26. Late in this first half. There's a bit of pressure there. Ipswich not dealing with it very well. Liv Forster finds Taylor Willis. Taylor Willis is tripping up the three. That's going to hit the front rim, bounce off. Good defensive positioning on that rebound. Ipswich will look to get back. Nice speed.
Great find, great find.
Great find from Emily O'Connor to find Emily back into the basket. Game's got a little bit bitty now. It's starting to turn it over a little bit. Getting a little bit more pressure on the transition on the ball. CoLA up by 2. O'Connell drives. Indication. 2 drives as well. Baseline. Black. Black's going to kick it out as well.
3 seconds in the key.
3 seconds in the key because she was about to get 3 points. Instead, it stays a 2-point game. 26 to Ipswich, 28 to CoLA. Ipswich needs to take care of the ball a little bit better. Really good for driving into that trap. Managing to get through. And Bell and by. Of course, might travel there, but it's not being called. She hasn't got the friendly roll. That's 2 in a row now that have just bounced out. And Kevin Pearson hits the 3. Now down 5. After working their way back to be leading this game, it's all turned in the last minute. Ipswich need to get some points on the board. Liv Forster drives baseline. Crowded out by 2. Swings the cross-court pass. That's not going to be good. 4 seconds on the shot clock. Taylor Willis throws it up. George is fouled. Coach Drake George is fouled as well. So that's going to be a 24-second violation. And that's timeout CoLA. From 26-24, just a minute ago, it is now 31-26 in favour of the visitors. Thanks to their first 3 in quite a while, actually, it must be said, since the opening minute.
Yeah, they've shot a lot today. Unfortunately, they just weren't dropping. Unfortunately, that one did for them, so let's put them up.
Ipswich had their run, must have known that CoLA weren't going to stay quiet for too long. CoLA have kind of answered back, and very quickly it's a 5-point game. And Ipswich probably missed a really good opportunity to capitalise there when they were slowing CoLA down. They were getting defensive rebounds, getting out on the break, hitting a couple of threes.
Yeah,
They've got a bit of work to do too.
They've been unlucky. I mean, they've missed a few easy layups. I don't know if it's down to contact or they're just, they're worrying a little bit. But this is a team that they're good under pressure. They like playing under pressure. Let's just hope they can prove that going into the second half.
They'll really want this as well. They'll really want to beat CoLA. I mean, obviously, of course, you want to win every game, but there's a nice rivalry here, built on respect.
Of course.
Both of these sides trying to kind of show that they're their number one.
Exactly.
Place for development. Women's basketball needs.
I mean, look at what Coach Gibbons is doing. He's recognised the clock. He's told the players to slow it down, and now in the last few seconds, he's telling them to throw it.
There it is, half time. 31-26, a 5-point game. Looked like it might have been a 5-point game in favour of Ipswich just a couple of moments ago, but a strong end from CoLA means that they take the 5-point lead into the break. Welcome back to Ipswich. It is just about to see the second half of this close encounter between CoLA and Ipswich Basketball Club. CoLA league leading 12-0, Ipswich 7-3. Looking to inflict the first defeat of what has been an unbelievable season for CoLA so far. I'm joined by Worcester Wolves assistant coach Ollie Mile. Ollie, since moving on from Ipswich, what's life been like for you?
It's been a lot different, Jack. I mean, first of all, massive shout out to all my girls back in Worcester. I know they've been texting me and I had to do it, so I apologise to all the Ipswich fans on this stream. It's been
you have to leave now because we can't have that level of loyalty.
I might have to be escorted out this morning. But no, to answer your question, Jack, it's been very different. I mean, I'm there with university as well, furthering my studies with the university. So it's been a lot different, but I'm definitely enjoying it.
I've got a cousin actually who lives in Worcester, who attended. They had 3 games in one day. They had a wheelchair basketball game.
We had our first triple header a couple of weeks ago, with the kick-off of the professional women's wheelchair team. Unfortunately, I think about victorious, but it's a very strong team, coached by Simon Fisher, who represented GB and Commonwealth.
We are back in the way. It's a 5-point game. CoLA 31, Ipswich 26. The starting 5 out there for Ipswich. Yassin Barambai, Ava Batiste, Luke Forster, Commentator Willis and Stuart Goodger. Black drives in the paint, draws the foul on Taylor Willis. Thought that might have been an offensive foul actually, which might have pushed off, but Stuart Goodger with the words, it was literally a travel. Well, that's not how the referee called it, and so Emily Black will be at the free throw line. (32-26). Ipswich need to get some points on the board. It's quite a low scoring half actually. I know the last game between these two was 60-48, so that wasn't especially a high scoring either. But Ipswich can score 25 points in a quarter when all the cylinders are firing, and so trips up the 3 and dynamite.
That's great work from Amy. She's realised she's been overplayed, went to her spot, got the shot up and it's gone in for her.
O'Connell drives, hits Black drives, nice footwork, looks inside, but Taylor Willis picks it off, finds Kemi Pearson in the corner. That is going to be a long rebound, grabs her own offensive rebound. O'Connell gets into the lane and flips it up and in. That's a nice play from O'Connell. She's quite handy on the drive, isn't she?
That's a nice play. She's very good at recognising when she's been overplayed on the 3-point line. She's hit 2 today, so obviously Ipswich is going to counter that. So she's taken the ball, put it on the floor, driven down to the basket very nicely.
Speaking of good driving, if you're in the market for a new car, there is no better place in Ipswich than Turned and Stay on Dive. Headline sponsor of this basketball club. Tell them Jack and Ollie sent you. They will have no idea what that means.
Yeah, Turners, we absolutely love you. We'll come to the showroom one day and hopefully help us out.
That one's off from that ball. That's twice now. Cameron's had to throw up something like that. And Black does well to absorb the contact there. When you have a poor offensive possession, and then the transition defense is so poor, that's really disappointing.
That's always going to happen. That's a great block from Lucy. Oh no!
That is the 3rd foul on Issy Ostrich-Mahmoudin. Early in the 3rd quarter as well. She's now going to have to play a little bit clever. Terrorist makes the first.
Yeah, Coach Gibbons said not happy with the call from the referee.
I think he's fine with the foul call. I think he was questioning whether it should be a shooting foul or whether it was after the shot. Taylor's going to make both goals. So he's capitalised. He's going to get a third opportunity. Three on the line for Susie. She's been awesome from the free throw line so far. 37-32. CoLA still leading. 5-point lead. Kerry Pearson finds O'Connell, drives middle, dishes to Black. Black finds Amori, drives inside, little pull up, that's going to be short off the front rim. Taylor Willis rebounds and finds Liv Forster. Forster finds Steve. Steve finds the trailing Taylor Willis. Gets it to the lane and doesn't get the friendly roll. Good rebound from Austin Amori there. Black's going to drive coast to coast, good hands. And that is going to be 2 points for Taylor Willis. Defensive offense. I was going to say, I thought you said great hustle by Taylor Willis. I don't know if that was the case, it was under their basket. But 2 points is 2 points. O'Connell puts up the three. She shoots it from her shoulder, doesn't she? But she hit too early on. 0 for 3 since then. Terry Pearson finds O'Connell. She's not going to take the three, although she's open. And that is going to be another 24-second violation. Both teams scored.
We said at the start of the stream, Jack, these are two very good defensive teams. And we can see today both teams have forced the other into late shot situations.
Yeah, that's probably what they're fourth on fifth between the two. Forster, 4 in the 6. Drive. Nice to hit. Managed to avoid the outstretched arms of Rossi Mamodu. It's really good to the top of the mark. Ipswich looking at the next goal for defence now. Over been a little streaky from 3, but she hit one before, that was Rossi Mamodu. Good rebound by Forster. Finds Bell and by. Gives it to the team. Quick trigger. Dynamite. 3 from Batiste, and Ipswich have got their first lead of the second half, 39-37. O'Connell looking to answer back, finds Black. It's to Kevin Pearson in the corner. And it's back to CoLA. Lesson being put on the naughty step for a shouting shot as the shot went up. 1 point lead. Took 3. Haven't made one. Tell you what, every time she makes a 3, she takes another one on the next possession. I don't know if that's advanced scouting, but 2 more points from O'Connell from the mid-range.
Yeah, with that scout report, Jack, here, it's brilliant.
3-point lead for CoLA. The team side baseline, pulls up. That's off the backboard, that's not going to go. That was a travel for jump ball. Ipswich is going to take a timeout. Coach Strain's going to give Ipswich women something to think about, something to act on. Few lead changes there in the last few minutes, Ollie. It's back and forth. After being a little bit slow at the end of the second quarter, a couple of runs either way. This one's a little bit more back and forth than we saw in the first half.
Yeah, very strong coming out in the second half. You know, both teams, they realise what this means to them. Ipswich obviously want to get the redemption after the under-18 final a couple of weeks ago. CoLA obviously wanted to capitalise on their undefeated season so far. So, like we said, it's a very exciting one to watch.
Without a doubt. We said about maybe 10 minutes ago at half time, Ipswich had only scored 26 points in the first half. They're now on 39, so they've started scoring at a faster rate. CoLA have responded and they're scoring at a faster rate as well.
Quick 14 points for Ipswich, very quick 14
A
points.
couple of 3-pointers either way. It's certainly opened up. It's difficult to know whether that suits Ipswich because certainly in years gone by, you've kind of felt that if Ipswich are down in the first half, if they get a lead in the second, they're likely going to hold on to it. We saw a perfect example of that was the playoff final last year. But this is a much changed Ipswich side with some great performances from people stepping up into those leadership roles, those starting roles, a little bit more experience.
You've got to remember how changed this Ipswich side is. You know, I mean, on the court right now, there's only one person who played in that significant minutes of that final. And you just hit three as well.
Commentator Willis.
Showing you how
It's a tie game at 42. Persistent with that zone defense. CoLA have been able to score on it. It's been a few 2-pointers though. Late in the shot clock. That's 3 seconds. Late in the clock as well though, 2 seconds. That's 22 good defensive seconds for Ipswich. Not the first time we've seen that. Commentator Willis looking to set that pin down for Batiste. Batiste fumbled the rock.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
Don't know if I can get away with saying fumbled the rock actually. I would like to retract that statement. She mishandled the basketball. Got out on NBA shot.
Very well, it's really good stuff.
Times, and then 4 seconds. 44-42. 3 minutes and 50 seconds left in this third quarter. This is goal. A lot of energy on the Ipswich crowd.
Yeah, there's one thing that Ipswich are famous for here, Jack. They haven't got very much room on the sidelines, but they're able to cram a lot of people in and they're able to make a lot of noise.
Ipswich Basketball Club benefiting from the relaxed restrictions.
Just seen on the watch come through. Can I give a quick shout out to Kieran Howell?
Ollie, if you want to spin off stream, then Taylor Willis there with a little headwind. Well, not Wilson does. She's like bleeding. I think she's okay. Oh, straight off the bench. Right, it's such a 3-pointer. First time on the court. Makes it count for 3. CoLA with the defensive rebound, looking in transition. That pass is overthrown, no, that one's just thrown behind Emily Black. Taylor Willis started to come alive in the third quarter. She's been dangerous today. I've got no idea how many points she's got because line stats aren't working, but I think she's got a few. And is called for the foul there. I don't know if that was an over the back call on Taylor Willis. It looks like it was, yeah, over the back. Should be a referee really, shouldn't I? 46-45, Ipswich in the lead. 2 minutes 37 seconds left in this third quarter. A high scoring third quarter, especially compared to the first half. But it's been competitive. Black doesn't take the 3-pointer, finds Cody on the baseline, absorbs the contact. Great defense, does a really good job. Over the defensive pressure. Maxine Gibbons reckons she was in the smile. She definitely wasn't in the smile. That's 4 fouls on Moody. Looks like she's going to be going back to the bench. Emily O'Connell.
Great recovery there from Maxine.
As though Serena travels, remember we didn't see Eva Batiste sets off to the dynamite. And it's looking for a turnover there, but that's going to be CoLA ball on the sideline as O'Connell comes in for a Modi. Serena Good's a great job putting her body on the line there.
Great job there, great job.
2 minutes and 5 seconds left in this quarter. Goes from the corner again. That one's not going to go though. 1 of 2 for 3. Mortar advances the ball. Nice drive, nice speed. Running by, drives middle, spins back, finds Taylor Wilson top with the pace. It's gliding up the outside.
That's how smart, Jack. That's how smart. She loves it, 93, Jack.
7-point lead for Ipswich. For the first time, they moved the things up. Now we need to get some stops. Look. This for 3 off the glass. 2 of 3 from 3. That's why she's in the game. Drives up off the Modu. Wow. That's 4 on Moshi Mamodu. 3 or 4, I think that might be 4.
That's way on the table.
4 that is. And so Amodi comes back. Sorry, no, not Amodi. Wally comes back into the game. Austin Amodi sits. Ipswich now really need to capitalise on this. 2 of the premier bigs in that CoLA lineup. Hitting the bench. Coach Drin responds by going big himself. The Robo's coming back into the game. CoLA, of course, missing Molly Lavin today. Wonder if she's carrying a slight injury. It's a shame to see because she's a real talent as well. But I know she didn't play in the academy game on Wednesday either. CoLA, still a very, very good team without her. Yassen Marambai comes to the bench for a rest. Christabel Osorobo into the game. She had a great stint in the first half. This is the first time we've seen her in the second. The Forster checking the team, finds Osorobo.
A lot of contact
Got a
from
goal
there.
though. O'Connell looks at the ball in transition. Resets. Finds that's to O'Connell. Looking down low for CoLA. Finds Splits in the corner. That one's going to hit the back rim and drop. Into the hands of Christabel Oswaldo. A tip from CoLA. And that is going to be late in the third quarter. Less than 20 seconds to go. CoLA likely going to hold for the last shot here. 52-48, a 4-point lead for Ipswich. They'll be looking for a stop to try and take that 4-point lead into the fourth quarter. As we've got Anderson drives, baseline, finds Black for the long 2. That's not going to go. 4-point lead for Ipswich heading into the fourth quarter. Pressure is building in the Cobbleton Centre, and you know what I like to do, Ollie, when the pressure gets a little bit too much? I like to go down to the Forge kitchen and get a good meal, just to kind of relax, you know, get someone else to cook. And of course, the Forge Kitchen, proud sponsors of Ipswich Basketball Club. Smokehouse and Bar. Arguably, and I don't think it's actually arguable, actually, this is a defined fact, the best restaurant in Ipswich.
I would have to go with you on that one, Jack. I mean, they're obviously very good guys in there. It's great food as well.
Certainly the only restaurant in Ipswich that sponsors Ipswich Basketball Club, and for that reason, the best one, the Forge Kitchen. Get yourself down there, tell them that Ipswich Basketball Club sent you. We won't guarantee that you'll get a discount, but they'll certainly be a little bit friendlier. That being said, the service is fantastic and they are very, very friendly anyway. Just off the Ipswich waterfront. They've even got on-site parking, which is a huge bonus because parking in Ipswich is a bit of a nightmare. Ipswich leading by 4. Ten minutes to play, looking to put a dent in what has been an unbelievable start to the season from Suffolk. How do you say it? I'm not from London. I'm not
Southwark.
from the south. Suffolk.
Southwark.
Not Southwark.
No, Southwark. I'm telling you it's an American here, Jack.
I don't know how to say it. Looking at the live stats, it's 14-11 to CoLA. 5 points from Commentator. I guess you've got a few more than that. But we won't be able to update you on that. What we do know is we know that it is 52-48. We know we've got 10 minutes left, and we know that everyone watching this live stream and everyone here in the Coppelson Centre is going to be treated to a fantastic 10 minutes of basketball. Ollie, you picked a hell of a weekend. Come back
One
home.
weekend I get free.
I heard that Worcester called off their game just so Ollie Miles keeps on me on commentary today. We're grateful for that. Emily O'Connell looks inside, drives middle against that zone defense for Ipswich. Emily Black hits the 2. That is a 2-point game. Pressure's getting the coach in as well. It looks like he's just been for a little toilet break. Might be the 4 cans of Monster, which consumes his pre-game ritual. So it does look like he switched to the sugar-free version, so we should see positive health habits. Good steal from Serena Goodger. She's going to be rewarded. No, she's not. She thought there was some contact. There wasn't. Jackson Gibbons is asking for the referee to do something about a call he didn't make. And Ava Batista with the rebound, puts it on the floor. And it's set up, looking straight advantage. Nice move. Good footwork. She's got great footwork. I think she almost kind of surprised herself by how much space she got, because I don't think she was quite ready with the lift on the left foot, but she got fouled. She's going to the free throw line. Yasin Balambai is back in the game. Still, Ipswich persists with the 6-woman rotation. We've only seen Christabel Osorobo off the bench. So no sign just yet of Alice Fallon or Hannah Gray, who's been a key part of this Ipswich rotation this year. But if it's working, and these players are having a great game so far. Free throw rims out. 52-50, 2-point game. Still 1 possession. Still delicately balanced. Makes a second. And Ipswich will look to get a start. Liv Forster, Serena Goodger at the top of that zone. And Taylor was on the wings, and Yasin Balambai in the middle. Marshalling the paint. Modi back into the game with 4 fouls. O'Connell's 3 is long, but it's rebounded. Back to O'Connell, field drive, kicks to the baseline. Black gets the friendly roll. 2 points, that's a tie game, 52-52. Liv Forster takes O'Connell off the dribble. That one's not going to go. And it's tipped. One can secure the rebound, it will be into 4. 14 seconds left in the shot clock. Liv Forster looks to inbound, 2 Balambai. That shot's not going anywhere though. And CoLA look to take lead for the first time this fourth quarter, 52-52. that one, you know what, I think she's hit 2, probably taking about 8 or 9. She's got good form though. Batista's quick draw, that's very gunslinger, isn't it?
Very quick draw.
Very, very quick off the draw. She's going to come back in the game for Ipswich. Defending the baseline, and Brody flicks it up. No one wants to grab the rebound. Coach Drain's not very happy, and that's 2 points. That's gifted to CoLA by a lack of defensive rebound, and that one bounced between 4 of them. Baseline. Yasin Balambai, offensive rebound, putback. Tie game, 54-54.
Ipswich number 1, I'm not correct there, Jack. It's 55-54 in favour of Ipswich.
Way better. I don't know why I missed. That three's not going to go, but it hits the front rim, and it's rebounded by Emily O'Connell. That shot clock should have been reset there, I imagine.
I believe so, but it didn't matter anyway because it went off the back of the backboard and went out of play.
Well, she should have had a bit more time, I think, to not have to throw that up, but it's really good to 6. Gets in the paint. That's a goal. Right, he's going out. Ipswich up 1, 55-54. Nick Forster, the opportunity to make it a 2-point game.
And I believe that's Emily Black's 4th foul, Jack.
There's a lot of fouls in this game.
Lots of fouls going on.
Nick Forster makes it from the line.
Yeah, that's correct. Emily Black's 4th foul there.
6.5 minutes to go. O'Connell gets into the lane, flips it up, but that's not going to go. Taylor Willis with the defensive rebound. And gets it back to Nick Forster. Kenny Pearson from the corner, that's not going to go. Tell you what, Black did a great job there, from among the trees just trying to get... Good hands from him on the trees. Liv Forster gets into the lane, finds Russell. I'm not sure how she found her there. But what I do know is that Ipswich suspect were very, very excited by it. A magnetic hand ball there. O'Connell drives, finds Black, throws the contact off Bellenby. That is going to be a foul. That is going to be 2 free throws for Emily Black. And that is foul number 3 on Yasin Bellenby. 60 to, I think that's 59. 60 to 54 actually. We need a better scoreboard system here.
Great scoreboard for the benches, but not very much for the commentators.
No. What we need to find, Ollie, is we need to find a scoreboard as good as Jerflow provide hardwood flooring for basketball.
That we do, that we do.
Where champions play. Black 2 for 2 from the line. It's a 4-point game. 60 to 54. We are in the last 6 minutes of a tense encounter here at Ipswich. Matisse advances the ball. Gives the ball to Taylor Willis. Three. That's not going to go. And CoLA will get the ball in their back court. 4-point lead. Ipswich need stop. Black and O'Connell, the two dangers here. It's Yossi Mamodi back in the game. Late in the shot clock. That's not going to go. Black unlucky there, crashing both. He's not basket side, he's a bit unlucky as well.
Great job crashing the board, unfortunately didn't fall that way. Great goal by Commentator.
62-56. Black drives baseline, gets into the paint, doesn't get the friendly roll. Taylor Willis grabs the rebound, and Osimomori tips the pass out of bounds. Black's going to sit on the bench. O'Connell's back. Ipswich with a 6-point lead, looking to hold on to it. Matisse. So a little bit of pressure from O'Connell. Turns it over. A little bit lackadaisical there from Ipswich.
Yeah, a little bit miscommunication.
O'Connell looks inside. Doesn't have that option. Good sort of deny defense from Matisse and got him by. Anderson drives, kicks to O'Connell, drives baseline. Finds a gap in the paint there. I think Bellenby obviously so preoccupied with Osimomori on the baseline that was a backcourt violation. That wasn't called as well. The screen goes up the three.
Timeout, Coach Gibbons, CoLA.
Timeout, Coach Gibbons. 65-58, 7-point lead. But we've seen this before, we've seen Ipswich have a 4 or 5-point lead, we've seen CoLA come back. We know that they're capable, we know that they're going to fight to the end. 12-0 on the season. I think if you include their academy season and their under-18 season, they're probably at 20, you know.
We're probably looking at something like that, yeah.
An unbelievable season, but it's on the line here. Of course, that won't be their aspiration, they'll be looking to win the title, win the playoffs, but I'm assuming they probably want to win the season unbeaten as well, especially at a Division 1 level. What a huge achievement that would be, what a big achievement it would be for Ipswich to stop that happening today. Fired up Ipswich bench, fired up Coach Drain.
Dare I say a bit of worry setting him on the CoLA side as well.
Well, this is probably not a position they've found themselves in very often this season. And Coach Gibbons will be looking for a lot of learning experience in this last 5 minutes. Opportunities to learn a different lesson to the ones you learn when you're winning by 20 or winning by 30 and you're in control of things. Coach Gibbons, by the way, looks a lot like Mookie Betts, the Major League Baseball player. Google it, honestly, I'm telling you.
Yeah, I will have to agree on that one.
65-58, O'Connell gets into the paint. She's got a nice touch, hasn't she? A lot of those little floaters, she gets herself in a nice position.
Coach Dredd, I can imagine, not too happy, that's been a bit too easy.
tries baseline. She steps out of bounds. She wants the foul call. She's not going to get it. Taylor stepping out of bounds there. Coach Dwayne wanted to foul. Of course he did. CoLA will inbound the ball on the baseline.
Commentator, we're just talking out over there with the ref, trying to understand his decision making.
I don't think he's going to. Interpretation of the rules, interpretation of the action. Shimamori looks to drive baseline, isn't able to get it to go, but going to get the rebound. O'Connell, straight line three, that's good. 65-60.
I think that might be a better play.
I love coach interaction for referees. Baseline, looks inside to bell and by. That one's not going to go. Costly 2 points there, given away. 65-63, it's a 2-point game. That three from O'Connell there, bringing it within two. Oscar Modi in the paint. The ball's broke loose. Oscar Robo picks it up. Push through the defense, finds the team. Still bit of patience there. And it's taken by Anderson. She's going to tie the game. 65-65. Timeout, Nick Drain. We said 7-point lead is not enough. The timeout from Jackson Gibbons has proved important. His team have gone on a 7-0 run to tie it up 65-65. Sorry, 65-63.
I think we might win a bit delay. I think it is 65-65.
Scoreboard still hasn't been updated.
No, we've seen if they can find it.
Great.
There you go, scoreboard's been updated now, 65-65.
65-65.
1 minute 16 left in the quarter.
1 minute 16. One of those. Do you know one of my least favourite parts of commentating is when it's a close game, late in the game, and you can't see time and score.
Scoreboard or time.
We will do our best to fully explain this.
Tough pass section, this falls left.
O'Connor looking to try the game. It's a jump ball.
Right,
that will go into his way. That is technical foul from Amodi. That will be Amodi's 5th foul.
Tempers flaring a bit here.
I think Amodi, after the loose ball, bounced it off Liv Forster's head, I think. So that will be a technical foul. That will be the end of her game. Frustration, of course, there getting the better of her. That is her 5th on 10. And Izzy Ossie Mamodi will come back into the game on 4 fouls herself. Ipswich will get the free throw and possession. That could be massive.
That could be
And
very
that
big.
definitely can't be argued from the referee. I'm sorry, from the coaches on either bench. .105 left in the game. Oh. Ava Batiste misses the free throw. Ipswich will have possession. 105 left to go. 65-65 at the Coppelson send-off.
High pressure. Pressure from CoLA. Foul is called. And that's the end of Emily Black's game.
That's Emily Black fouled out as well. That's two big players for CoLA fouled out. 54 seconds left to go. It will be Taylor Willis, and because of that, team fouls. She's on the free throw line, looking to give Ipswich the lead. First one's off the back rim. She's been perfect at the line up to this point, but fourth quarter free throw is a little bit different on it. That one's going to miss as well. Still a tied game. 65-65. Ipswich leaving 3 points at the free throw line there. Kemi Pearson goes up the three. Rebounded by Taylor Willis. Serena Goodser back in the game. We've got 35 seconds left. Serena Goodser.
Foul.
It's foul. 31 seconds left on the clock. Serena Goodser will look to score at the free throw line where her teammates in this last 30 seconds haven't. The score is 65-65. I'm desperately trying to keep time of this on my phone. We have 31 seconds left. Serena Goodser gives Ipswich the lead. 30 seconds left, 1 point game. CoLA with possession. Emily O'Connell drives baseline. Through defense, pressure. Anderson swings it. Anderson rebounded by Ossie Momodu. It's going to be
Time for one more.
right goal. The right goal. 16 seconds. 16 seconds.
Time out, Coach Gibbons.
16 seconds, Ipswich up by 1, 66-65. Ipswich will have possession. It's now on to CoLA to try and get a steal.
Yeah.
And if not, foul. Put Ipswich in the line. And then, you know what I can see happening? I can see the unsportsmanlike.
I can see
I can see if you get that foul wrong,
Yeah.
try and stop the clock.
How can you not love British basketball?
It's going to be decided by defensive rebounds, free throw line.
You've got to remember, Jack, this is crunch time. And CoLA without two of their biggest defensive threats at the moment, in Emily Black and in number
Modi
10,
as well,
yeah.
no doubt about it. And if they're looking to foul, it can't be Ossie Modi because she's on 4. Well, it can, but you won't have it for the rest of the
She's
game.
on 4, but ideally you need her down low if you need it.
16 seconds left.
Ipswich ball on their own end line.
CoLA, it's worth reminding you, are unbeaten this season, 12-0. On track for a perfect year.
Cameron Taylor Willis wants the crowd to get behind them.
Ipswich turn it over. Ipswich turning over. The inbound. off Liv Forster's knees and out of bounds. 15 seconds on the clock. 1 point game. CoLA get the opportunity to draw something up. Coach Gibbons looking to find 2 points here to give this team a lead. With a little time to react from Ipswich. I have to be honest, if Ipswich don't win this, that turnover and the points at the free throw line, they only have themselves to blame.
Yeah, unfortunately, you need to look at how the game's progressed, Jack. I mean, unfortunately, people like Yassin are missing a few layups. Cameron missing some free throws late in the game as well as Cerula Goodser. You've got to look at themselves and how they can
free throw, making it a 1 point game,
making
but
it
not
one,
getting the
exactly.
second.
They've got to look at themselves.
Ava missing the technical free throw.
Exactly.
They've had their opportunities, but their fate is going to be decided by their defense and by the clear callability of Jackson Gibbons.
Last 15
Coach of the
seconds.
year, Jackson Gibbons. 15 seconds. Do you think they hold it for the last shot? Do you think they try to get 2 points easy? They're down 1, so points on the board is probably the priority.
It'll be interesting to get in the mind of Coach Gibbons. Is he going to want to hold it, or is he going to want to go for a quick score and then maybe try and steal it back as well?
Yeah, or just try to get a stop.
We've got 14 seconds, man. 14 seconds.
Cross-court pass in the hands of Austin Bowden. Kemi Pearson. That three's offline. Rebounded by and Liv Forster's foul. It was an open look. Didn't go down, but it was an open look. Liv Forster's going to try and make this a 3 point game. The shot clock is off.
CoLA Southwark Pride on 5 team fouls. That puts Liv Forster to the line for 2.
9 seconds left in the game. That's a big free throw. That means the 2 only ties the game. Liv Forster looking to make it a 3 point game. 9 seconds to go. Nice.
Up 3, let's see what CoLA can do.
8 seconds. 7, 6, 5. There's a foul call. It's not a bad foul to give away.
It's on the floor. It's on the floor, so have a sideline.
3 seconds. 3.7 seconds. No timeouts from Jackson Gibbons. CoLA. Need a 3.
Bit of confusion by CoLA there.
This is it. If they can get the 3, it's tied. 5 seconds. Ipswich ball. 3 point lead.
Coach Gibbons wanting to press.
That's the issue. 2 timeouts used. He had to use them. And there's the foul call. With 2 seconds left on the clock. Commentator Willis will be able to win this game from the free throw line. Dear me. What a game. Making up for the misses earlier. Makes that one. 4 point game. That should be enough as long as Ipswich don't foul. 2 seconds left.
Silence in Copton Centre.
Number 2. Plus free throws. And that is it. Ipswich win. 70 to 65. Late free throws. Cameron Taylor-Willis and Coach Nick Trainer Brace on the bench. Coach Gibbons, you have to give a huge amount of credit to his side for what they've done so far this season.
You have to look at what they've achieved, Jack. They're 12-0 on the year.
Well, 12-1 now.
Unfortunately, Ipswich did get their redemption and they've put them down to 12-1. Don't think I've seen a smile bigger on Coach Dwayne's face in a long time.
After a really, really tough experience in the Under-18s Cup final, to getting beat from the academy midweek. The balance of power changed a little bit towards CoLA, and
Yeah.
this is a really nice moment for Ipswich to try and tilt that back in their direction. Huge win from Ipswich, that takes them to 8-3 on the season, which I think, if we're being honest, how many people would have predicted that at the start of the year?
Exactly.
CoLA, we knew that they were going to be right towards the top. They were excellent last year, another year older for their young team, and what a season they've had. I'm sure we'll see them at the end of the season as well in the playoff final. Hopefully we'll see Ipswich there as well.
Yeah, that's the plan.
As the Ipswich women's team gather at centre court to say thank you to the IBC family hashtag who have watched from the conference centre and those watching at home as well. What a win, what a game.
What a win. What a win.
Thank you, Ollie Mile. Welcome back to Ipswich, and thanks for joining me on the commentary.
Jack, thanks for having me. We play you guys in a couple of weeks, so hopefully I'll be able to see you guys soon. And hopefully I'm going to come and chat with you guys again.
What a better way to celebrate this win, other than a trip to the Forge Kitchen. Book online, www.theforgekitchen.co.uk.